Hey dudes, well there it is, all back together again. There's a little difference in where I did the little blend in, but all in all I'm not exactly concerned about that, because this will all have to get painted again at some stage. But I think I'll put a little bit more paint on there than was probably put on originally. That's whoever, I don't know who painted the boot lid there, but that's my bit. That's not been wet rubbed or anything like that, so that's how she came out. Little blend over there by that indicator lens. But I think I explained in a video that these will be going, and I'll be looking for alternative indicators, so that's not worrying me. It's a little difference in the colour there, but as you can see, again, I'm not really concerned about it. My main concern was that it had that big bubble there that we know what was under that. So that's pretty cool, and the silver on the bar, so that's a sweet thing. All I've got to do is just bolt it back on properly. It's just sitting in the holes at the minute, but that's pretty cool. And I've got to say thanks to all the guys that come over and have a look and leave a comment and give all the good advice and all the encouragement. As you probably know, I'm not a body guy, painter, repairer, but I had a go, and I guess that's probably the main thing. And yeah, so again, once again, thank you for all you guys' input. Of different volumes and positive attitudes from all of you. That's a really good thing. And yeah, so now I'll be able to go on with the next project. I'm not exactly sure. I'll probably get stuck into the dashboard. I think I'll chop this up and I'll start getting back into that dashboard. That was a bit of a setback for a little bit, but that's all pretty good. And whilst I had all the back of that off, I was thinking to myself, I wonder what it'd be like if I took those pipes, because as you can see, the pipes go under the diff, and I'm really not fussed about that. So I might thinking about shooting them out the side here, just popping them out right there. Popping out right there. The only thing I'm thinking of is it's probably going to eventually put soot all over the wheels, but hey, that doesn't matter. But in Australia the rules are it has to the exhaust exit must be 6 inches past the final opening to the cabin. Now, although that's the final opening to the cabin, because that's all sealed off, steel plate in there, all sealed off, so there's the final opening. It's certainly not 6 inches behind, but it's certainly, exceeds 6 inches from the actual door there, and I really wouldn't think that a tip coming out there would allow exhaust to come up through the door seal there. So I'm thinking I might do that. Yeah, so that shouldn't be a big deal. But yeah, so have yourselves a good one. Oh, and I was watching Darren's video pulling that Volkswagen engine down, and I did make a comment or make an inquiry on his previous video about the cam lifters, valve lifters, whether they were radiused or not. And most cam followers are radius ground. And when I say radius ground, what do we got? Hang on, I'll just grab something we could use to resemble a lifter. Okay, we'll use a socket. Let's say that's the lifter. That's the bottom, that section there would run on the camshaft lobe. Now when I say radius, instead of that being completely flat, okay, there's a slight angle from the centre of it, outwards. That's the radius from the centre, we all know that, from the centre to the outwards, and it has a slight machining. It's slightly bigger here than it is here, and the reason for that is so that as it's going around on the cam, the lifter turns. And I'm sure, Darren, you know what I'm talking about. That you guys may call it something else over there, and from from your experience, but that's what I was talking about, bud. A little angle on that lifter to allow it to turn as it goes and rides on the lifter lobe. Okay, so that's what I meant, bud. And that's quite interesting. I've never pulled a Volkswagen engine down, but it looks pretty easy and pretty basic. And anyway, so I think that's enough for me for this little project. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, got lots more things to address on the old Chevy. The corners of the boot lid. Well, actually, it's a whole lot underneath. Actually, I'm going to have to replace all that. But that's now I've seen that I can weld in that patch panel, do the body work, put some colour on, and make it look half decent. I think I should be pretty sweet with that. And as we all know, you got a car, and they're always a work in progress, especially when they're a hobby car like this. And so all should be good. All should be good. You have yourselves a good one, and I'll catch you later. A little bit of pearl in there. Well, that came out not bad. Once it's rubbed up, I think that'll be sweet. Check you later.